Have you ever felt your heart racing in response to a stressful situation? This is a common experience for many of us, and it's a typical reaction to stress known as anxiety. Anxiety, in its most basic form, is a natural response to danger or stress, acting as our body's alarm system to prepare us for potential threats. Now, it's important to note that feeling anxious occasionally is a normal part of life. It can even be beneficial, prompting us to study for an upcoming test or prepare for a big presentation at work. However, when anxiety becomes a constant companion, interfering with your daily activities, it can become a real problem. It's like having an alarm system that's always blaring, even when there's no actual danger. This is when anxiety transforms from a helpful survival mechanism into a hindrance, something that can have a significant impact on your life. Anxiety, when it becomes more than just an occasional feeling, is something we need to understand better. What causes this heightened state of anxiety? It's a question that's as complex as our brains themselves. Anxiety doesn't have a one-size-fits-all cause. Instead, it's often the result of a combination of factors. Genetics, for instance, play a significant role. If your family has a history of anxiety disorders, you might be more prone to experiencing them yourself. Then there's brain chemistry. Imbalances in the neurotransmitters that regulate mood and fear responses can trigger anxiety. Personality isn't exempt either. Certain personality types or traits, such as perfectionism or low self-esteem, are more susceptible to anxiety. And lastly, life events. Traumatic incidents like the loss of a loved one, a car accident, or even a global pandemic can spark an anxiety disorder. These triggers can vary greatly from person to person, creating a unique anxiety profile for each individual. By understanding these causes, we can start to tailor our response and treatment, paving the way to a healthier mind. Understanding the causes helps us to deal with anxiety more effectively. Now, how do we recognize anxiety? Well, anxiety can manifest itself in a variety of ways, both physically and emotionally. Let's delve into some of the most common symptoms. Physically, you might experience restlessness, a sensation of feeling on edge. You might notice your heart rate increasing even when you're not particularly active. This could be accompanied by sweating, trembling, or even a feeling of being short of breath. On the emotional side, anxiety often brings feelings of worry, fear, and unease. You might find yourself anticipating the worst, even when there's no clear reason to do so. Additionally, you might have difficulty concentrating. Your mind may feel clouded by these worrying thoughts, making it hard to focus on tasks at hand. It's important to remember that these symptoms can range from mild to severe, and they can vary greatly from person to person. But don't worry. Recognizing these symptoms is the first step to managing anxiety. What happens to our body and mind when we feel anxious? Anxiety isn't just a mental ordeal, it manifests physically too. Our bodies respond to anxiety by releasing stress hormones, priming us for a fight or flight response. This can result in rapid heart rates, sweating, and even chest pain, mimicking symptoms of heart diseases. Over time, chronic anxiety can lead to more serious health conditions like heart disease. The constant release of stress hormones can put a strain on our heart, increasing the risk of heart-related issues. In our minds, anxiety can feel like a whirlpool, sucking us into a cycle of constant worry and fear. This can lead to mental health conditions such as depression. And let's not forget the social implications. Anxiety can create a barrier, isolating us from social interactions and leading to feelings of loneliness. The effects of anxiety are far-reaching, impacting both our physical health and mental well-being. So, what have we learned about anxiety? We've journeyed through the labyrinth of anxiety, understanding it as more than just a fleeting sensation of worry. It's a complex emotional response with numerous potential causes, from genetics to environmental factors, even our personal experiences. We've identified its many symptoms, which can range from restlessness and difficulty concentrating to physical manifestations like rapid heart rate and excessive sweating. We've also recognized the profound effects anxiety can have on both our body and mind, impacting everything from our digestive system to our overall mental health. It's crucial to remember that recognizing these symptoms, understanding the causes, and acknowledging its effects is the first step towards managing anxiety. It's okay to feel anxious, that's part of being human. But when anxiety starts to take over your life, it's time to seek help. Remember, you're not alone, and there are many resources available to help you manage anxiety. Subscribe and don't forget to take care of yourselves. Goodbye.